Okay. All right, so we're gonna go through a couple positions. First position being trophy pose. And this is like, for sure, one of the pluses for you. You're in a really strong, solid position.
Yeah.
I use Novak because it's really hard to get back this angle of professional players. So really no other reason. I have one other server that we'll probably use as an example. But the key kind of positional things that I look for are being able to see the chest rotated back towards the camera. Can see part of your hips as well. And the other big thing that I look for is the overall angle. Novak's a little bit more vertical than you.
Sure.
My benchmark for amateur players is 45 degrees tilted up, and you're right at that.
He looks like he's going to hit a kick too, serve to me.
I don't remember this particular rep. Yeah. He would go back to this position regardless. Really, we'd have to see the ball to tell for sure. We'll get to that in a second. So anyway, this is a strong first position.
Okay.
Second position we like to look at is the racket drop, which is the loading of the shoulder, dropping of the racket.
Oh, I do that actually.
Now, this is where there's going to be a stark difference. You and Novak have the same basic thing going on, but he does a whole lot more of it. And a lot of that is flexibility. So his ball is actually, it's probably not a kick serve.
No.
It's just up over, just to the right of his right shoulder here. He hasn't quite turned forwards yet. So this is probably possibly a second serve delivery or flattish kind of delivery. Definitely wouldn't call this a kick serve toss. So Novak's super flexible. That's the main difference between you two. This is the lowest your forearm gets right here. So look at the angle of your forearm compared to Novak. And so this is laying back, loading of the shoulder, which then builds energy to unwind and release up towards contact. This is the biggest reason why your racket, that's a crappy line, why your racket's getting to about mid-back and his is like mid-thigh.
Yeah.
Is mainly flexibility. But your guys' like body and racket in general is aligned very similarly, and on the way up towards the ball, you get the racket on edge really nicely, meaning it's hard to see because it's not $1 million camera, but the strings are facing this way and this way. Your racket right here is straight on edge, aka vertical, the frame, and that's what we see from Novak also. He holds that a little bit longer. He's a world-class player.
Sure.
It's part of what makes him that good.
Yeah.
Now at contact is where we start seeing
the breakdown,
the biggest difference between you guys. And what I'm gonna point out, I know we talked about quickly in March, and that is the angle of your spine here.
Yeah.
Compared to Novak's. Novak has a lean, but that's really predominantly because of the plane of his shoulders, how it's aligned vertically up towards the ball. Whereas your whole torso is tilted over to the side. And if I remember correctly, it actually increases in tilt as you swing. So
I'm falling over.
Yeah, right here, this is like a super unstable position. Whereas Novak is rotating forwards into the court. So like the framework that you have going on, like how you're moving your body is really solid. The racket drop thing, I think, is probably just like pure flexibility, which is something we can work on to get a little more range of motion, which will give us a bigger runway, more potential to build energy and accelerate up towards the ball. Like that would be worthwhile. For me, like mechanically, the main thing is this tilt.
Bent over tilt.
And you've actually done a pretty nice job learning how to adapt to this. Like you regain your balance pretty quickly. And so at full speed, it's kind of hard to tell that you ever would be in this position here. But we need to get a little bit more upright.
Yeah.
Okay, so Here's you and the same player from a different angle. So again, really similar, with the main difference being what I pointed out before, which was how vertical you guys get lined up. You're at about 45 degrees, and he's just more vertically aligned than that. Other than that, you guys are in similar positions. At contact, as you guys unwind, I want you to look at what the left side of your body is doing. And watch Novak's left side as he starts to swing up towards the ball.
Oh, it's just kind of pulling away.
Yes. So his left side begins high and his right side begins low.
Right.
And then through kind of the plane, or through the axis of his spine, his entire body rotates around to go up towards the ball. And so his right shoulder and his left shoulder trade places. So here he's again very, very vertically aligned, but now he's traded places between his left shoulder and his right shoulder. Your left arm is staying up, staying high. And I think this might be a big reason why it's difficult for you to get aligned well, because you're kind of trapping yourself, and your body's not really free to rotate up towards the point of contact. The cue for you should be, once your body starts to make its rotation, its upward rotation up towards the ball, is when your left arm not only can it drop, but it needs to be able to let the body freely turn, so you can actually extend up in balance with your dominant arm. If it gets caught like staying up there, then everything just kind of gets crossed up and jumbled up. So I'd love to see a few more reps going from your trophy pose to contact. And as your right elbow starts to raise up, I want to see your left elbow start to pull down. You should be pulling down into your side. So what I want you to focus on is your chest rotating vertically up towards the ball, and allow your arms to go with it. Go with the rotation of your torso. Yep, up towards the ball. So there's a few players that actually do what you're doing right now, which is their left arm actually comes in and back, like away from their body.
Yeah.
Andy Murray does that, and if I remember correctly, Dominic Thiem does that also. Pulls in and then goes back away from his body, whereas your arm was like it was like staying up in here.
Sure.
Okay. Just one difference in what you're doing that I'd like to see you adjust. Here's your vertical. You're a little bit more shallow now because you're thinking about other stuff. That's fine. But you still have vertical vertical slant here. What I want you to think about on your next repetitions is, as you rotate around your spine, there should be a vertical alignment here as well with your shoulders, but you're leveling out.
What do you mean a vertical alignment?
So here is
some extension toward the ball?
No. Initial vertical alignment, and at contact, also vertical alignment.
I see.
Up towards the point of contact. Your shoulder was your plane of your shoulders was like this, and then your arm was like this. When in reality, we should see a straight line up towards contact.
Okay.
And so in addition to letting your, yes, yeah, exactly. In addition to letting your left arm come down, your left shoulder should be lower than your right shoulder as you go up to make contact. Yes, exactly. Yep. All right, John, one more in between stepping stone here. Would love to see you work through the same motion, but now go ahead and start to make it a little bit more the tempo and the your rhythm. Make the rhythm just a little bit more. Yeah, that's good. I want you to focus on the slant of your shoulders during your transition up to contact.
Yeah, I think that's a key.
I want you to focus on dropping your left shoulder a little bit lower as you go up towards contact. When I do give you a ball in 2 or 3 reps, I want you to go through, if you can, around the same tempo you are now, like half speed, and just feel the transition. It makes zero difference if you hit the ball or where it goes or anything. I just would love to see you toss and execute the shoulder over shoulder rotation and allow your left arm to get out of the way.
I got no
strength. Okay, good. That's a good start. Nice job. Would love to see you bring the tempo down just a little bit, but that was pretty good execution right off your first one. Doesn't matter where the ball goes, shoulder over shoulder. Oh man, I'm gonna like this. You're gonna like this.
Well, that was a let though.
Dude, what did I say? What did I say? It does not matter where the ball goes.
That one wasn't. Nice, John. Good one.
What's it feeling like to you, John?
I'm curious to see kind of what I look like. It feels okay, but then again, the other felt okay, believe it or not. You know.
Oh yeah, it's all about familiarity. It's all about what you're used to. It's getting better, John. Here, check this out.
I mean, these feel great. I mean,
this is 2 or 3 reps ago. So I mean, you're within a couple of degrees of Novak now.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah, on the same side.
Especially the ad side. I always have trouble with that side.
Yeah,
that looks better. That does look better.
The whole rotation, as Ian pointed out, looks better there. It looks a lot less.
Yeah, I'm a little still bent over, but I'm more.
You have a habit of kind of leaning in that direction, and this is for you. It's going to feel super awkward to be a little more straight aligned. But if you look at Novak go through here, see how he's got like high posture. His chest is kind of up towards his target.
I'm close though.
Yes. At contact, like I'm really, in a sense, in a way, most concerned about contact.
Yeah.
Like from your loaded position to this position is really, truly what matters most. And you're way closer to him now than you were, but you still have, you're
a little bit
your habit of kind of leaning and turning to the left, whereas he straightens up and goes forwards into the court.
Yeah, he's there, and I'm still here.
Yeah.
But at least I'm going around.
But look, but your elbow, your arm now is out. It's cleared and it's back behind you. Yeah. So for me, the next progression is from that point of contact to this point where right now you're still wanting, your body just wants to feel that lean because it's your habit, it's your comfort zone, and so. I don't know that I can come up with anything. Well, let's try here. Let me see the ball. Let's try. Show me a mock contact point, please. Yeah, and what I want you to focus on is kind of like, kind of puffing your chest out in the direction of that box as you come around. Like for you, it's going to feel like you're almost kind of arching your back, right?
It does.
Actually,
it feels like sit up, John. Sit up.
Yeah, like you're extending your spine in order to bring your posture up. So let's see a couple more. Just going from contact to that follow through position. You tell me when you're ready to give it a shot. I want you to be confident that you have a good feel, a good handle on that sensation. Here's the one you just hit. I want to bring up that Novak one again. This is giving me trouble. So here's contact. Good position.
Oh, not bad. Not bad.
I mean, we're pretty much holding a straight line.
I'm about 12%.
We're pretty much holding a line here as you release and go forwards. I mean, before you were like,
Yeah, no,
you
I
were
was
like
bent over
45 degrees.
Like a Milwaukee pretzel
Ah.
with curds on it
Nice. Beer on.
and a beer on the side. Probably a Budweiser. No, I'll take it.
For sure.
Take
for
it.
sure.
And this is something, you know, that once you start to ramp it up, you're going to feel like you're going to go back to your
No,
old
you know,
style.
I think what I can do is I could literally take a basket and just try to do 10% and just kind of record myself from the back for a bit.
Yep.
You know, yeah, that's not.
This
This
is-
is like 48%. I don't know how was I able to be effective at all.
I don't know,
like
man.
that?
Well, your overhand motion is the reason why. You're loading and you're releasing through contact. You're still able to get away with it, but clearly this is not, you know,
No.
helping you at all. And just like the process we've been going through with your ground strokes, good. It'll probably be helpful for you to. I think the movements without the ball were definitely helpful for your awareness, just to feel the transition. Good. Yeah, that's nice, John. That's nice. And to feel that upright posture, like give yourself that sensation without the ball before you try to throw the ball in there. Yeah, good. Nice job. And once we start getting this on the right track, there is a bonus section inside of Max Serve Acceleration called Max Spin Formula, and that's going to be the key for you to have fullest, like highest potential confidence on that second serve, is learning how to swing, how to find the right racket path to create tons of spin, which is going to be your margin. And once you have that margin, the faster you swing, the more safe it is. And so that's really, a lot of your mechanics are already solid. Once we get you more upright and rotating correctly, if we can get your swing, your spin swing down, then I think all of those things combined are going to give you the results you're looking for.